Good afternoon, everyone. This channel was created purposefully to help students solve e-maths questions. So today is the first episode of our solving e-maths questions. Let's get started with some 3 questions today. Then maybe as we continue in the subsequent episode, we will be solving more. Please, you can pause this video if you are e-maths student and try your answer on these questions. After that, you can play and check if your answers were right or you had some of them being wrong, and you can get yourself corrected. The question was asking us to show if A, B, C, and D are the vertices of a parallelogram. So to show that A, B, C, and D are the vertices of a parallelogram, you have to draw a parallelogram, as I've drawn over here. So in a parallelogram, you have to know that this side and this side are parallel. At the same time, this side and this side are also parallel. So you can label A, B, C, D, or A, B, C, D. It depends on you. But me, I like to go with A, B, C, D. So one can say that in a parallelogram, if A, B, C, D are the vertices, one can say that A, B, which are the power side of one side, is equal to the other power side. So if you choose this one, you have to choose the line which is parallel to AB, which is what? DC. Or one can also use DA is equal to what? CB. So which one do you want to use? You can use the first one or the second one. But me, I would like to use the first one. The first one is saying AB. So the first one is saying AB is equal to DC. So we have point AB, and if you want to write the position vector for this and this, one can say this is OB minus OA is equal to OC minus OD. It's always the first one minus the second one. The same applies to this. The second one minus the first one. So what is B? B is what? 1, 2. What is our A? Our A is minus 3, 1. And what is it going to give us? Our C2 is what? 0, negative 1. And what is our D? Our D2 is minus 4, minus 2. So if you do this, you get 1 minus 3. So you get 1 plus 3. Then 2 minus 1 is equal to 0 plus 4. Then minus 1 plus 2. And this one will end up giving us 4, 1, 4, 1. So since AB is equal to DC, it shows that A, B, C, and D are the vertices of a parallelogram. So that's all for 1B. The question was asking us to find the scalars M and N if P, which is the position vector, and Q position vector, R position vector, and S position vector are given. and they give us equation, and the equation is S is equal to NP plus NQ plus R. So what is S? We have to come and put the vector there. So I would like to work in column vectors. Working in column vectors will be easy. So S is the same as 7, 4, which is equal to M. What is P? P is 2, 3 plus N. What is our N? N times Q. And our Q is 6, 23 plus R. And our R is 2 minus 7. So whenever you have a scalar multiplying a vector, you have to take note that the scalar will multiply both top and down. So we will end up getting 2m 3m plus 6m 23 and plus, we can bring the r to the other side. So already we have 7, 4 over here. So minus the r, which is 2 minus 7. So what are you going to get? This one is going to be 7 minus 2. This one is going to be 4 minus 7. This one too is going to give us 2m plus 6m 3m plus 23m. What are you going to get? You get 5 on 11 is equal to 2m plus 6m and 3m plus 23m. Now since you have equality of a vector, you can equate the x component and the y component. So you can say that 5 is equal to 2m plus 6m, and also 11 is equal to 3m plus 23m. Equation, and we have to solve them simultaneously. To solve simultaneous equation, we have 3 ways. We have the graphical method, elimination method, and substitution method. But we are using substitution method. So we want to make M the subject in equation 1. This is our equation 1, and this is our equation 2. So if you want to make M the subject in equation 1, that's our equation 1. 5 is equal to 2m plus 6m. So 2m is going to be equal to 5 minus 6m. Now our m is going to be 5 minus 6m divided by 2. Now, since we are using substitution, you will say substitute m equals 5 minus 6n divided by 2 into equation 2. This is our equation 2. That's 11 is equal to 3m plus 23m. So substituting that, we get 11 is equal to 3 times 5 minus 6m divided by 2 plus 23m. So continuing from there, we have 11 is equal to 3 times 5 will give us 15 3 times 6 will give us minus 18n all over 2 plus 23n. So we can say multiply 2 by 2. So if you are multiplying 2 by 2, you are going to get 2 times this is, so 2 times 11 is equal to 15 minus 18 and all divided by 2 times 2 plus 23 and times 2. This is going to give us 22 is equal to 15 minus 18 and plus 40 6 n. We are going to get 22 minus 15 is equal to, what is 46 minus 18? 46 minus 18. Get 28 n. And this from this you get 7. So you get 28 n is equal to 7. 28. So our n is 1 over 4. So after getting n to be 1 over 4, you will substitute that back into this n. So I can clean this side and substitute it in the n. So that n is equal to 5 minus 6n divided by 2. But n is equal to 1 over 4. So substituting that, you will get m is equal to 5 minus 6 times 1 over 4 all over 2. And using our calculator, I think we are going to get 7 over 4. So that's the answer to the question 1b. Question 1b. The question was asking us to find the scalars m and n if p, which is the position vector, and q position vector, r position vector, and s position vector are given. And they gave us equation, and the equation is s is equal to np plus nq plus r. So what is s? We have to come and put the vector there. So I would like to work in column vectors. Working in column vectors will be easy. So s is the same as 7, 4, which is equal to m. What is p? P is 2, 3 plus n. What is our n? N times q. And our q is 23 plus r, and our r is 2 minus 7. So whenever you have a scalar multiplying a vector, you have to take note that the scalar will multiply both top and down. So you will end up getting 2m 3m plus 6m 23 and plus, we can bring the r to the other side. So already we have 7, 4 over here. So minus the r, which is 2 minus 7. So what are you going to get? This one is going to be 7 minus 2. This one is going to be 4 minus 7. This one too is going to give us 2m plus 6m 3m plus 23m. What are you going to get? You get 5 on 11 is equal to 2m plus 6m and 3m plus 23m. Now since you have equality of a vector, you can equate the x component and the y component. So you can say that 5 is equal to 2m plus 6m, and also 11 is equal to 3m plus 23m. There are two methods in solving the question. But first of all, let's see what the question is saying. The question is saying that the deviation of a set of numbers from 33 are 2.6, negative 3.2, negative 2.6, 1.8, 0.5, minus 1.6, minus 0.1. These are the deviation of the numbers from 33. We have two ways in solving it. First, you can use the first question asks us to calculate the mean. So first we want the mean. We want the mean. That's the first question. The second question is asking us to calculate the standard deviation. So if we want the mean, so for the first approach, for calculating the mean, we have a formula. So the mean is equal to a plus summation of the deviation divided by n. That's the first approach in calculating for the mean. It is the assumed mean plus the deviation, summation of the deviation over n. So let's find summation of the deviation. It is just the sum of the various numbers. We have 2.6 plus minus 3.2 plus minus 2.6 plus 1.8 plus 3.5 plus minus 1.6 minus 1.6 plus minus 0.1. So the summation of everything here, that will give us what summation of the d, and that is 0.4. So summation of d is equal to 0.4, and the mean is going to be equal to, the assumed mean is the 33, so it will be 33 plus summation of the deviation, which is 0.4 divided by 7. Answer is going to be 33.057. That's the mean. So that's how to calculate the mean using the first approach. So for the first approach, what do we need? The formula is assumed mean plus summation of the deviation divided by n. And how will we get the summation of the deviation? We just add the what? The deviations, and that will give you the mean of that. The first approach. So to find deviation is equal to x, which is the actual number, minus the assumed mean. So taking the 33 as the assumed mean, one can say that we want to find the numbers. So you say x is equal to that's d plus a. So all what you are going to do in order to get the actual numbers, which is giving this deviation, we just have to add this to the various deviation, and it will give us the actual number. So coming to the first deviation, which is 2.6, you add 33, that will give us 35.6. the second deviation, which is minus 3.2, 133, which will give us 29.8. The third one, as you can see over here, we will just be adding 33 to the various deviations, and this is what you are going to do. So after getting this, if you want to find the mean is just equal to summation of x. Remember, the numbers are what we call as x. So summation of x divided by n. What will be our summation of x? It is just 35.6 plus 29.8 plus 30.4 plus 34.8 plus 36.5 plus 31.4 plus 32.9. So it's the summation of everything here, all divided by the number of numbers over here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they are 7. So you divide by 7. And so we were talking about the summation of x. The summation of x, I said, is just the sum of everything here, divided by n. And n is the number of numbers you have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they are 7. You divide by 7. So the sum of what is at the numerator is going to give us 231.4 divided by 7. And when you point it, you get that. So if you can recall from the first approach, we had 33.057. And the second approach, we are getting the same thing. The second part of the question was asking us to calculate the standard deviation. So if you want the standard deviation, we have 33, the deviating values from 33. So we have two formulas or two approaches in solving this question. And this is the first approach. The first approach, what do you need? The formula is standard deviation is equal to summation of d squared all over n minus summation of d all over n all squared. That's the first formula. So SD is going to be, so how will you get summation of d squared? You first find d squared using this number. So you can create a short table for them. And you will get 2.6 squared is 6.76 minus 3.2 squared is 10.24. So if you continue, that will be the values of the square values of the deviations. So summation of the d squared is going to give us 41.82, and summation of the d value, we know it to be 0.4 when calculating the mean using the first approach. So from here, one can come and substitute the answers as 41.82 divided by 7 minus 0.4 divided by 7 all squared in square root. Yes. Therefore, the standard deviation is going to be 2.44. So if you have such a question and they ask you to find the standard deviation, this is one way of doing it. Or you can use another way if you know some, but this is the most common one. Just find the deviation squared and use the formula over there. Thank you. The question was a table which contained group data, and they've given us the mean. So you can, before you can solve this question, you can redraw the table, maybe in this way. You can bring your age here, frequency, age, frequency, and you find midpoint. Because whenever you have a value and frequency, you can't use this as an interval. It was 20 to 29, so we won't know the number to use to multiply the frequency, because we know that mean is giving us sigma fx all over sigma f. So we won't know what you are going to use for sigma fx, whether 20 or 29. So we have to find the midpoint of these values. But first, let's write the values there. 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49. 20 to 29 is going to give us, the midpoint is going to be 24.5. The midpoint for 30 to 39 is 34.5. And the midpoint for this to this is 44.5. So the values which you are going to get for this, the frequencies were given to you as y, 20, and 15. So if you have 20, 15, and y, and now you have the midpoint. From the formula, we need summation of fx and summation of f. So let's find the summation of f. Summation of f is going to be 15 plus this. So you get 35 plus y. That's the summation of f. But what will be the summation of fx? This is now our x, and this is our f. So our fx is going to be y times this. You get 24.5 y. 20 times this. So when you have 20 times 34.5, you get 690. And the last one is 15 times 44.5. That will give us 667.5. So the summation of fx is going to be 1357.5 plus 24.5y. So now we can substitute that in the. So now we can substitute the summation of fx, the summation of f, and the mean into the formula, so that it will help us to find the y. So now the mean was given to us as 36.4 is equal to summation of fx. What is it? You have 1357.5 plus 24.5y all over summation of fx. We have 35 plus y. So now we can continue from here. You can do cross multiplication. This is over 1. So we are going to end up getting 36.4 times 35 plus y is equal to 1357.5 plus 24.5y. So what is 36.4 times 35? You get 1274 plus 36.4y is equal to 1357.5 plus 24.5y. So we can bring the 24.5y here and the 1274 to the other side. So what are you going to get? You have 36.4y minus 24.5y is equal to 1357.5 minus 1274. This is going to give us 11.9y is equal to 83.5. So you can divide by 11.9, and you get y is equal to 7. That's the answer to the last question. This was the question, and I said before you do this, we draw the table, and now they gave you interval like a class with grouped data. So if you have group data, you want to know whether you are using the 20 or 29 as x. So you redraw the table, and on your table you will find the midpoint. Midpoint, how do you find midpoint? It's the sum of this and this divided by 2. So this and this divided by 2, you are going to get 24.5. This plus this divided by 2, you are going to get 34.5. This plus this divided by 2, you are going to get 44.5. And you have your frequencies there. But what is the formula for finding mean? Mean is found using mean is equal to summation of fx over the summation of f. So you find the summation of f over here. Summation of fx. This is now our f and this is our x. This times this will give us our fx. This times this fx. This times this fx. So after getting that, you will find the summation of fx, and this is what you get. So after getting that, now you can come and substitute it in the mean formula. But the mean was given to you in the question so that you can find y. So this is the mean. You put it there. It's equal to 1357.5 plus 24.5y all over 35 plus y. So you have this, and you do cross multiplication, you get this times this. It's equal to this plus this. So after getting that, now you can solve this equation. Bring those with y at one side and those without y at the other side. That's what we did, and we had y to be 7. Thank you. Attention for today. Please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to get the next video. And you can also try on answer on the questions we place there, so that you can send me your answer or any question that you have on the next batch of questions that will be solved on the channel. Thank you.